So, yeah, so I don't get a call until this past Friday. Um, and like I can't bring my phone into somebody's house because that's usually seen as like a no-no. If you have your phone with you, you're probably going to answer it or you're going to be texting people or whatever have you. Some guys
Mm-hmm.
do that. I'm trying to like stay away from that so like they have nothing on me here.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Yeah.
Play it
So
super safe, especially as a newbie.
yeah,
Better
exactly.
to be overly safe than fired.
Well, yeah. So I so I get the phone call from them. I miss it and whatnot, and like I get the voicemail. I'm listening to it, and I'm trying to like just kind of keep it low down so the guy that I'm working with doesn't know like, hey, this guy's looking for another job. He wants to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to be smart.
That's hard. That's hard to do, man. I had to do that at my other job when I was fielding the interview process for this current job, and so I'd be like off in the warehouse, being like, "Uh huh, yeah, that sounds great." Shit, like trying to be all like, trying to be like talking around it, like talking in vague terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure they're just like, all right, he's at work. All right, we got it.
Yeah, yeah.
But but yeah, so I sent like as we're driving to a next job, I sent her an email just saying like, hey, sorry it didn't work out. Sorry it wasn't the candidate you guys were looking for. Hopefully it works out in the future. You know, best of luck with you guys and stay safe.
Hmm.
So, but she did send back another email saying like, yeah, we should definitely stay in touch and whatnot, and just because you interviewed really well, if another position opens up, we'd like to talk to you again. Okay. So
Nice.
didn't really fall apart so much, but I still missed the fucking ball.
I see.
This is
Ever closer to the ball, but
yeah.
missed by just that slight
No,
bit,
this
I
is
guess.
like I still tried to kick the ball, fell flat on my back. It's just this time I didn't fucking shit myself.
Ah, okay. But hey, at least like your name's still on the pile. I mean, I guess I've had like a couple people say that to me in the past, and it's been one of those like, yeah, yeah, of course you'll keep my name in the
Yeah,
fucking records or whatever. But
that's kind of
but
how
I,
I'm
I did
looking
have
at it.
someone actually follow through on it, so you never know, man.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Is like, all right, yeah, I've heard that before. It's kind of like, fucking somebody breaks up with you and just like, well, but maybe we can still be friends, and it's like, no,
It's
no,
not you, it's me.
yep.
Okay, got it.
It's not what it looks like.
That's funny because it looks an awful lot to me like.
Hey, I get it. You came out of the shower, you wet, you slipped, fell on his dick. I got you. Shit happens.
Thank you, Bruce Willis.
You're welcome. Anyway, oh
Oh.
fucking hell, man. But what's been going on in your life? You haven't pissed yourself, have you?
I've not pissed myself. No, not recently.
We need to make
Although
that
it's
change.
you're like you really need more pissing yourself in your life. You're missing out. You don't know what you're missing.
It's quite the humbling experience, sir. Let me tell you.
When I saw that you called the last episode "You're not cool unless you piss your pants," I thought that was hilarious. You're not cool unless you pee your pants.
Yeah, it was kind of on the nose too, a little bit. So
Very on the nose. Very on the nose, but well appreciated by yours truly. I don't have a lot going on, but you know what's funny is sometimes you go through like we've been trying to like declutter this place for a while, and like I especially have had like no success when it comes to trying to get rid of shit. Like Liz will find some stuff and like put it up on like there's various platforms out there. You got like Craigslist, you got something called like Take Five, and all these like Let Go, like all these different platforms
yeah,
are out there to get
eBay,
rid
all
of
that
shit.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So there's all kinds of ways to get rid of shit. But like, try as I might, I couldn't sell a goddamn thing. Like Liz is over here selling like fucking pots and pans and car stereos and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm putting up like probably just as much shit and getting nothing. Well, whatever. Fast forward, and then all of a sudden, like yesterday or a couple of days ago, someone in my Facebook circle put up something on their page that said like, "Hey, does anybody have a Tascam like 4-track recorder or whatever for less than 500 to $600?" And I was thinking like, I think I have one of those motherfucking things lying around, like a Porta Studio, like a 4-track, like an old cassette recording thing lying around in a closet somewhere. And I was like, there's no way that thing's worth 500 to $600. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't five. I wouldn't have bought it if it was 500 to $600, you know?
right.
And so I look it up, and motherfuck, the thing is nowadays they're worth like 500 to $600. Some go for even more than that, like 800.
Jesus, man.
I was like, You've got to be fucking kidding me. It's a dead format. You know what it is? It's the nostalgia. Like people like when it comes to like, like reel to reel or vinyl or cassette, like the market is entirely like I was a kid growing up or my dad was, a kid growing up and that's what they listen to and they have this sense of like it's better or And I mean to some degrees I agree with that. Like with vinyl there is a warmth to it that I appreciate. So I get it like maybe you have that with cassettes or something as well.
Yeah.
But to me, it's still like that's awfully steep for that. So, long story short, I was like, "Yo, man, let me dig into my closet and see if I got it, and if I do, I'll test it, and if it works, you're welcome to it, man." So I dug it out, and sure enough, motherfucking thing works. I found some old recordings, which I'm like, "Ugh, those are terrible," but I was like, "Here you go, man. Name a price." So we eventually agreed on a price, and he's gonna buy it. So it's like, it's funny how all this time you try, and then you stop trying, and someone's like, "Hey, does anybody have this?" And you're like, "Motherfuck, I think I do actually. Please take it."
Yeah.
It was funny because I was like, I found a compressor too, and like some unopened cassette tapes. Even I was like, "Dude, I'll sweeten the deal. Here's a compressor and some tapes." I'm like, "Please, just fucking take it."
Then there's people that are looking at that and just going like, "What's his angle?"
My angle, or
Yeah, like what's this guy Bruce's angle? Like, why is he trying to get rid of this stuff?
Oh no, it's we have so much shit here, and I'm just trying to get rid of shit. And nowadays, like, it's a cool concept to have it when I had it, like back in the day when there was less, or I didn't have access to like digital to use a computer or like the Zoom handheld recorder that I've got behind me somewhere.
Yeah.
But like now that I have that shit, I really have no reason to bust it. That thing, because I keep looking over there because that's where it's sitting just off screen. But like that thing is like this big, right? It's pretty decently sized. So if I'm gonna whip that out instead of say like the Zoom, which is like say this big, like there's my option. You know what I mean? Like there's no choice.
Yeah, like size matters in the sense.
Size matters, man. And in this case, smaller is better by a long shot. Well, it's just unwieldy, man. Especially if you're like gonna take that somewhere. Like I remember we the guy who used to drum with me, Pat, we were recording a song that he wrote that was like some piano number. So we went to the college where he went, Fitchburg State, to record the piano and then to record his vocals. And I remember we brought that, and it's not like it's huge and unwieldy. It's certainly a lot better than bringing the reel-to-reel I used to use. But I'm thinking nowadays, like if I had that Zoom recorder, holy shit, I would have been in my element, man.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just technology changes with time. I mean, think about it. Like we were in college.
Well, yeah. That's really what it is. But now, like, I can power the thing off fucking batteries. I don't need this big fucking honking brick thing to plug in the wall. I love how I said fucking and then honking. Like I edited myself after I swore anyway. That's brilliant. Fucking honking. Fucking honking there. So yeah, man, I'm very happy to be getting rid of it. Very happy to be helping this dude out. It's a dude who I've seen around Lowell a bunch. He actually did a tour for this thing called Mill City Grows, where like he brings people around on a bicycle around to see all the different gardens in Lowell, which is pretty cool. And he's a cool dude. He's just very prominent. Not I don't know about prominent, but like I see him around a lot. Like he's ubiquitous in Lowell, if you will. So he's a cool guy. So I'm happy to help him out too.
All right, that's good that you're helping out somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what kind of other shit you have for sale? Like maybe like talk about that. You can plug your shit here. Like maybe get rid of it that way.
I have something actually. It's right behind me. This motherfucking thing I've tried to sell like 3 or 4 times, and it actually like it's kind of sad because like she fell a couple times. This is a Mistress Carrie bobblehead doll on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's not signed or anything like that, but like I used to belong to the WAAF club or whatever the fuck, and you got points, and when you got enough points, you could redeem it for shit such as this. But like her head popped off at one point, so I had to glue it back on. A piece of her hair came off, so I had to glue that back on. Although now it's honestly kind of not noticeable. It's just like dusty as hell. Anyway, I tried to get rid of this a couple times, and especially now that WAAF is gone, it's a Christian station now.
Yeah.
So There was like a hot minute there where there was a period where people were suddenly interested in it because it was like WAF is gone, so it's WAF merchandise. Like holy fuck! And I got people who were interested in it, and I told them like honestly what the value or the condition of it is, and even brought down the price or whatever. I think I was asking like $20 at the lowest, and I think that's pretty reasonable for fucking bobblehead like that. Or I
Yeah,
even might have gone down to like 15 or something. I don't remember, but no, nobody eventually bid on it, so.
that's all right.
I got that, some records and shit that I can get rid of, books, old games. Like we have this Walking Dead dice game. I love how I'm just like begging people to buy shit from me at this point. What a podcast! I'm essentially just like panhandling at this point. Please, selling pencils and shit. Like, sir, would you buy this pencil for a nickel, please? Like, motherfucker, I can get that. I can get 20 of those in the store for like $2. Go fuck yourself.
Now, see, this is where you got to put on the fucking big boy pants in the sense of like, just put on the Gene Simmons voice. Just be like, "No, you see this pen? This pen is a kiss pen. Why does it say Bic on it? It says kiss. You don't speak the language very well, do you? Yeah, and just whatever. Just take like a Sharpie, just write kiss on it. Just like
It's a prototype.
this pencil, $50.
It's a prototype. It's extremely rare before we change it to say kiss. It's even more valuable, but you're getting a good deal here.
Just do what Craig Gass did. Just like take a bunch of just like cheap shit and just put kiss on it and just try and sell it off. He actually
Take
did.
a Sharpie to all this shit and just write kiss on it.
Seriously, that's what he did one time on the Howard Stern show. He came dressed in like full Kiss makeup. He's like, I'm the real Gene Simmons, and I can prove it because I got a bunch of shit I want to sell you.
Oh my god.
So he's like, he was talking about the bit. He's like, yeah, I got like an NSYNC lunchbox. I just crossed off NSYNC and just wrote Kiss on it.
That's awesome. Yeah, instead of Mistress Carrie, I could have Kistress Carrie.
Yeah, there you go. Put a little Kiss makeup on it. Fucking A, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty genius actually. Oh man.
Actually, I actually have a buddy actually used to work at AAF. Like he used to work on the Hillman Mooring show for a little bit.
Oh really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, like we both went to the School of Broadcasting. Like we were both in the same class and whatnot, and we actually both went to the same interview for for an internship there.
Both for WAF?
For WAAF, yeah. Like
That's cool, man.
It was him, me, and this other kid that we called Buckles. Um, the reason he was nicknamed Buckles was because like he was like one of the like he's kind of like that goth kind of personality, but he wore like these boots that had like 3 like belt buckles on them and whatnot. And you could like so they just called him Buckles. I was like, all right,
a real Frankenstein kind of motherfucker.
kind of, but
Yeah.
like he was always nice to me. I was nice to him too because like I was like I got no reason to like really bust this kid's balls or whatnot, but like he's not a dick, but
But he does love buckles.
yeah. So yeah, I don't think I've told this story, but so the 3 of us go for the internship and for the interview, and like I remember like some of the questions were like if you could have a superpower, what would it be? And like I don't remember what they had said, but they came to me like, all right, if you had a superpower, what would it be? I was like, well, I'd say flight, but I'm a little fat for that right now. I'd probably like hover a couple of inches off the ground and whatnot. So fast forward, I didn't get the internship there. Those 2 did, and like it kind of worked out for me. Like, so I think like a month later or something like that, I was interning at the other fucking station. So, but yeah, like we stayed in touch throughout these years. I think he's working for like a video game company now. He does his own podcast right now called Hardly Focused.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
What's the dude's name? Maybe I would recognize him.
Unless
you don't want to give it out.
His first name is Jack. I don't know if I should give his last name out.
Jack. But oh, that's cool. That's cool. I don't think I'd recognize him then, honestly.
Probably not. But but yeah, man, we've kept in touch for a while, so kind of like
cool,
sporadic kind of shit. But yeah, he might actually be interested in that bobblehead, so I'll ask him about it.
All right, cool.
But yeah, man, fucking excuse me. Parched. So,
well, cheers, sir. Cheers.
I
Spill some out for my homies.